I think we can all agree that animated films tell some of the greatest stories ever written. Whether it's Toy Story, Up, Cinderella, or everyone's favorite, Shrek, animated movies can resonate with just about everyone. There are tons of new animated films being released in 2021, so stick around so you don't miss any of them. Before we begin, be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. The Addams Family. Minions, The Rise of Gru.
Hello? Everybody here for the interview?
I don't know how, but the Minion series seems to be one of the most popular film series of all time, thanks to these freaky little yellow dudes and their seemingly endless adventures. In this film, we finally get to learn the origin story of Felonious Gru, as he does his best to prove to a group of villains that he has what it takes to join their clan. Whether you love or hate the Minions, these films offer something for everyone. They're filled with boundless comedy that sees these guys getting involved in all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Minions: The Rise of Gru is due to be released on July 2nd. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry remain one of the most classic animated series of all time. The showrunners are now bringing the series to a new audience in the upcoming film, Tom and Jerry, releasing on February 26th. The movie sees our favorite characters in New York City, with Jerry moving into a brand new apartment. The cute little guy uses AirPods as speakers in his new, humble abode, but he better not get too comfortable. Tom is hot on his tail. Tom has been hired to get rid of Jerry before he inevitably ruins an important wedding. Unlike the original series, this film will not be a cartoon. Rather, it's a mixture of CGI and live-action scenes. I can't wait to see this reimagined version of one of my all-time favorite childhood cartoons. The movie will star Chloë Grace Moretz, Michael Pena, Colin Jost, Rob Delaney, and Ken Jeong. Hotel Transylvania 4. Considering how far away the release of Hotel Transylvania 4 is, we don't know much about the film at all. Sony announced back in February 2019 that the fourth film was in development, but they didn't announce anything about the plot or what the film hopes to accomplish. Considering how amazing the last three movies were, I'm not sure they need to. We all know a new Hotel Transylvania film will be amazing, regardless of the plot. So far, we know that it will star Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, and Selena Gomez, but the rest is up in the air. Sony expects the movie to be released on August 6, 2021. SpongeBob 2: Sponge on the Run.
I love my life. I love you so much, Gary.
This movie has been delayed so many times over the last few months, but it seems like SpongeBob the movie, Sponge on the Run, is finally ready to be released sometime in February 2021. Unlike the original series, this movie will be CGI. Even though some of our favorite characters may look a little different, they'll be up to the same old things, wreaking havoc all over Bikini Bottom. This film tells the story of SpongeBob and Patrick and their quest to find Gary after he's been snail-napped. If the original SpongeBob movie is anything to compare to, we expect this new film to be one of the greatest animated films in a very long time. You'll be able to watch it soon on PVOD and CBS All Access, but we don't know when or if it'll be released in theaters or on home video. Raya and the Last Dragon. Disney is one of the biggest names in animated television and movies. They've brought us classics like Peter Pan, Snow White, Frozen, The Little Mermaid, and Moana. It seems like they're right back at it again, with the release of Raya and the Last Dragon on the horizon. Disney has been keeping this movie pretty secretive, and they haven't announced too much in terms of the storyline, but the trailer shows us that Raya is a young warrior. In a film that is very reminiscent of How to Train Your Dragon, Raya is sent on a quest to rescue the last remaining dragon and help to bring peace and prosperity to her home of Kumandra before it's too late. Considering Disney has released hit after hit these last few years, it's safe to assume that this movie's gonna be amazing. Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway. You may not think of James Corden when you imagine some of your favorite voice actors, but he did an amazing job in the first Peter Rabbit film that was released a few years ago. It seems that James is right back at it again, with the release of Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway, due on April 2nd. The first film was hilarious and action-packed, and we expect the sequel to be more of the same. In this film, Peter Rabbit is causing all sorts of chaos in the city after running away from home. The film stars several people from the original cast, and will follow our favorite little animal friends as they get tangled up with some suspicious people and try to rob a farmer's market. This film's going to be incredible. Bob's Burgers, the movie. Bob's Burgers tends to be a pretty polarizing series. Whether you love them or hate them, the Belchers are making their way onto the big screen with the first ever Bob's Burgers movie. We don't know much at all about this film. A trailer is expected to be released any time now, but for the moment, all we know is that the movie will bring back all of the original cast from the series in a brand new adventure that's sure to blow you away. According to the creator, the movie will, quote, scratch every itch the fans of the show have ever had. We don't know exactly what this means, but if you're a fan of Bob's Burgers, it's safe to say you're gonna love this movie. It's set to be released sometime in April of 2021. Blazing Samurai.
Blazing Samurai is about a dog who wants to become a samurai.
If you're a fan of westerns, comedy, and animated movies, Blazing Samurai has it all. This movie is based on the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, but aims to take the series in a completely different direction. The movie tells the story of a dog named Hank who had always had dreams of becoming a samurai. He finds himself in a world filled with cats. Hank finds his way under the wing of one of the leaders of this cat-filled town, who agrees to train him to become the world's greatest samurai dog. The movie stars Michael Cera, Samuel Jackson, Ricky Gervais, and Gabriel Iglesias. It is expected to be released this summer, likely sometime in June. I don't know about you, but I've got big hopes for this one. Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. Way back in 1996, Space Jam was released. This movie proved to be one of the most popular films of the 1990s and starred countless classic cartoon characters from the Warner Brothers lineup throughout the years. The creators are now back to the drawing board with the release of Space Jam 2: A New Legacy, tentatively scheduled for July 16, 2021. The movie will star LeBron James, Bugs Bunny, and several other Looney Tunes favorites as they make their way into a brand new adventure that may even have cameo appearances from Pennywise the Clown and Voldemort. This movie sounds like it'll be completely chaotic, but in the best way possible. We don't know too much about the plot just yet, but LeBron says the film will tell the story of how he needs to come to terms with his son's dreams and ambitions.